Hi everybody, we're the Front Row Noles guys. Tom Block, Keith Jones. Florida State wins it 49-12 over Alabama State. Really, we knew when this game was scheduled it was going to be an FSU win. Question was, what would the final score be? As games go, this is not one that we're going to remember for very long because frankly Florida State didn't play very well. But that said, same thing we had said last week, Keith. Credit to the team. They could have folded. They won 2 in a row to get bowl eligible, and they're to be commended for that.
The effort was there. A lot of execution wasn't, and Coach Odell said in the press conference after the game that tomorrow, Sunday, there would be some retribution for said things. I think the best comment came from former Florida State assistant George Henshaw when I passed him in the hallway. He said, "KJ, the scrimmages are over, and it's time for the big boy game."
Well, that comes in 2 weeks.
Exactly.
Florida State will have the bye week to get healthy again. No matter what the coaches do and no matter how much they emphasize it, the players know when you make a decision and you say, well, we're not going to play Cam Akers and we're going to shut this guy down. I mean, they know. They know. And there was, being on the sideline, there was no juice in the stadium today. So this was you had to make your own energy because you weren't going to feed off the crowd in this one.
But to their credit, they did that. And when you go back and look at the tape, you're going to see some good things. The defense probably didn't play as well as Coach Barnett and Coach Levitt would like for them to do, but they did bow up in the red zone, force some field goals, some missed field goals. Offensively, there were some big plays. They did have the one Nasruddin interception return, which was quite nice and probably something that kid earned with all the things he's done throughout the year. They missed Marvin. They missed some other guys on the defensive side. It was good to see Travis have the opportunity to get in. We know he can now throw the ball. We continue to know he can run it. Second game in a row that he's the leading rusher for Florida State. But everything focuses on Florida. Odell said that fundamentals this week, they'll give the kids some time off on the weekend, and then you get ready for Florida, and it's a game that you're going to be an underdog. It's a game you're going into a hostile environment. It's a game that, candidly, you haven't played well or executed real well for 60 total minutes, which you'd have to do if you want to go to Gainesville and win, but the opportunity is there.
Last 2 weeks, certainly Blackman to Terry. That means Florida will have to respect that in terms of the deep pass. Don't forget Blackman got a start and a win at quarterback in Gainesville previously, so I'd imagine he would be the guy. And you mentioned Jordan Travis. Now we've seen he can throw. They're going to have to look at that too, and Cam Akers, by all accounts, will be back in that game. So, yeah, they'll be decided underdogs. They'll go down there with a chip on their shoulder. We'll see what happens.
I think the other two things that are interesting is, number one, you do get the bowl streak started again. Granted, it's but one. But then you've got you don't have a game on Saturday, so whatever talk was about who the next head coach is going to be gets amplified because there's not a game to focus on. And obviously the more games that Odell wins, if you're in that camp, then the Odell for president, Odell for head coach campaign continues, and it'll just be interesting to see how things leak out, how things are either vetted or not vetted, and what Coburn and company do when there's not a game to focus on.
For the latest on that, you can join KJ and I on Front Row Noles on 97.9 ESPN Radio Tallahassee, or keep it tuned right here to the Osceola.com.